Good afternoon. Nana is a little late today, but it's all right. Okay, it's Friday. We've got downpour raining right now, which is exciting because we need rain. So here you go. Got Nana here, and we're gonna make a fun card today. I'm actually casing this, and I'm casing this from Rachel Bell. This might not be exactly like hers, but she definitely inspired me, and I'm gonna try to case it as close as I can, not quick as I can, close as I can, because it's just a fun card, right? So let's go down the hands. We do it. Also, besides being Nana, I'm also Judy Allen in San Antonio, Texas. So, all right, let's go down the hands and let's do this. Let's do it, right? All right, so here's what we've got that we've done so far. I was making sure I got my bright lights off too. So these are the ones we've already done so far. And just to recap, what we did here too previously, because we're using some of our leftover stuff today, is we sit there and use our blender brush. We created color, darker color, what we had, and we used water to give a water splash on it as well too. So these are just some of the ones. So I've gone ahead and continued on with this. And so what I've done is I went ahead and die cut for today. Thanks. And I just put it on white cardstock. And then I just cut around it. All right. So this can be really nice because it'll pop up on another color, right? So that's why we did this. And the other thing I wanted to show you that I did, I'm not sure if I'm going to use this today or not, is I did the butterfly from the die cut that goes that we've been using. And to do this, the best way to do it is, see how it is right here? This is how it came. I just took it off just like that and put the inner part and the outer part together and die cut it. And this is what I got as a result. All right? So just be sure if you do it, this is just an easy way to get your whole butterfly. We may use this or may not. I don't know yet. Haven't decided. It's not part of the casing, right? But at least I've got it. I'm going to set it aside because I can, right? These are options that I have. All right. So here's what we're using right here. Is we're going to use this right. This came in the kit. And what we're going to do first of all is I've already got my stamp ready to go. We're going to go ahead and stamp this first because we're going to build around the words. Okay? And I do this sometimes. I don't necessarily always build around words, but it is a nice different way to do things. Whether you build your words in the center or you want to go around. I've done this on the corner of things. You can stamp on DSP as well too, right? Now, I'm going to put my thanks here, all right? But my thanks can be lifted up, but this cannot because we're going to stamp right there. All right, so what we're going to do, we can fold it back in half now because you want to, right? If you're going to stamp on your paper, you just want it on a single piece of paper, all right? It just makes it easier to get it straight and what you're doing. Okay, so now we're going to start just putting fruit down. I mean, I don't know that there was any rhyme or reason. The way Rachel Bell. I'm not sure there was any rhyme or reason. I think it's just one of those things. You just put stuff down. Keep in mind, we don't have to use the whole thing. We can use just part of it. Okay? So that's one of the things we're going to do is we're going to put some of these around. Some of these can go flat. Some of them can go whole. Right? Let's see here. Keep on going. I want color, right? I want color. So what we'll do with these is we can put some up on dimensionals. We can put some up crossing over one another. It reminds me of like if things are falling from the sky a little bit, but it's still fun, right? And I'm just going to put this here. And we're going to put some of these little ones here. I'm not sure how much we're going to use of all the big ones, but let's get some little ones in here because they're just easy to do. So right now it's just sort of getting how you want it. And we just sit there and making sure we just got things going every which way, right? We got different ones going there. We definitely want to get another one on here. So the thing is I can easily lift this up, right? And put this on top of here. So our stuff doesn't have to like necessarily touch each other or whatever. But it gives us options, right? So keep in mind, as I do some of this will be lifted up with dimensionals, right? That's what everything is always about is how can we do things lifted up with dimensionals. And as we cut some of this off, we'll use some of those pieces too, all right? So let's go ahead and get started with gluing some of this on the outside. You know, the other fun thing to do too is to splatter some paint on here. I shouldn't say paint, it's ink, right? I didn't bring anything to do that, but we could, right? Oops. Alright. I feel like my daughter the other night. That glue just went everywhere. Alright, and we're just, it doesn't matter, right? We're just getting it on there because we're going to cut the extra off and we're going to use it. Right? That's the other thing, is we're going to use it. So I have done this before. It's just been a while, and I'm thanking Rachel for reminding me of some things I've done before. Oh, I didn't really want to do that. You know what? We'll just leave it there. Right? There's no right or wrong with this, okay? So keep that in mind. There is no right or wrong. We're just sending a thank you to a friend, right? And we're just, I don't know if my friend likes all these fruits, right? But it doesn't matter. It's the thought that counts. They know I've put in effort for them. And we're going to get the cherries. I do like cherries, though. I'm not sure when cherry season is, but I do like cherries. Okay, we're going to get this up here. So it's just right. It's just, there is no right or wrong. It's just getting it down. And like I said, we put some here. We'll wait for them to dry. We're going to go ahead and get this one down. And again, I'm just going to pull this over just a little bit more. And I'll use that greenery if we want to. It just makes a nice, fun little card, right? And I'm going to come down here because keep in mind, I'm going to have the words thanks. And they'll be up on a dimensional. So I can actually cross over stuff here as well too. And then we'll get some of these little peaches down here. Right? It just looks like a nice summer fruit with fruit. This one, let's put this one up on dimensional. I'm going to put that one on dimensional. And we got some cherries we're going to put on dimensional. Alright, so all we're going to do now is, right, it's just, you have to lay some things down just to see where you're going. Alright, then all we're going to do is take our scissors, and we're going to trim it off on this side. Yes, so I have been busy. This Nana has been busy. We have a retreat next weekend, the Adventurous Stamp Retreat. So we're busy getting all the goodies, extra little goodie stuff we send for people, little pillow gifts, gifts in general. They're surprise gifts, right? So it's like a mystery box. You don't know what I'm going to sit in. You already know you're going to make 18 cards for a day. And you know I'm going to have 18 designs. And you know that I'm going to have bingo, and you know that we're going to have a 3D project, but nobody knows exactly what it is. You know, tutorials will go out on Monday, they'll know then. But meanwhile, it's mystery, right? So it's fun. I enjoy that. I enjoy doing the little gift stuff too. Can't say anything about that, but I can surely tell you once to get done with it, right? Okay, so we're not going to throw away these pieces yet, all right? One thing we're going to do is we're going to at least get the next set of cherries up here on dimensionals. I have small dimensionals that came with a kit. Let me use some large ones. So these are from previous kits, right? So that's why I always tell you to save your stuff, because I like this here. This is from previous kits, but I got some left over, so it's just easy to use it, right? So I'm going to use this. Here, we can get this on here because we can, right? And it's just, the yellow really makes the cherries pop, right? Okay, and we're going to get this one here. We can get another one over here. And I'm going to glue it right here. And then we'll trim this off since it dries. And you can sort of see how, so yes, I've gone on my way to make sure some stuff overlaps. And we're going to put this thanks right here. So I can do this right over this here. Now you say, how does that work? Well, I would just glue this part right here, and this part will be on dimensionals. So anytime you have a crossover like that, you want to keep the height the same. Then you want to make sure that the piece that's going to overlap, you can glue it down if you want to on the tip. And then you just put your dimensionals on the other side that's not going to be carried over like that. Okay? So there you go. Yes, and I always need your support, and appreciate if you support us also on YouTube as well as Instagram. right? Because once you get to a certain amount, then you get to do other things, right? That you're sort of limited to until you have your followers built up. So we're really working on that. Okay, so see here how this goes. See how nice that looks? And we can add some ribbon here. And we have this right here. Let's see, we'll put this one up on, see which one we want. Here we go. Put this one up on dimensionals, and we also have bling we can add. Alright, so I can also have this here. Yeah, we'll get this on here. Yes, and don't forget, a little weekend, a couple days, the last Sunday of the month, Zoe and Nana will be live with a new paper pumpkin kit. Alright, so if you want to add some leaves, leaves are just fun to add. If you want, we can add a leaf down here. Except I just want to add one leaf. So I just want to add the one here. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to add right with glue. And I'm just going to put the leaf I want. It doesn't have to be the whole leaf, right? I'm just giving it some extra color there. Alright, and we can do the same thing up here. Yeah, don't give me a grade. I would tell you, do not ever give me a grade for casing someone and seeing if I did it exactly like they did, because I never do. Right? It just works that way. I don't know. I even done that with sewing, right? Making a quilt and trying to case and do the exact same pattern they did at a quilt class or whatever, and it just, I don't know, I never managed to accomplish that. Okay, so that's just going to give it some added greenery. We might even add one right there. My daughter would say, is there a white space? Meaning, is there any blank space, negative space? You know, they use different terms on me, so it's like, okay. So we're not going to worry about it. I do like our butterfly. I don't know if the butterfly is going to work. Let's see, that one's still drying, it looks like. And it looks like I might have to clean my scissors. So if you have to clean your scissors, I just use alcohol wipes. They're just something I keep handy with my crafting stuff. I use it for my blocks, and it'll get any stickiness you get on from the glue and all. Also, you can do that with that there. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. I think the butterfly might be a little much. Let's see what we think about our butterfly. I do like our butterfly, but I don't think our butterfly is really going to fit anywhere. Okay, even I could. We'll just save it for next week, and we'll do something else with it next week. So all we're going to do now is just add bling. But see, just by doing that right there, just makes a nice card. And all I did was take the different items, and we just add them on here, giving some for height with depth, right? And that's the important thing. We gave it some height and depth there. That's what we did. Alright, and there's our bling. You could add some thread if you want to, but I didn't. So what do you think? You'll have to let me know. That's just quick and easy to do, right? The bigger choice is just deciding where you things you want to go. But, you know, we crossed over different items, so it doesn't look like it's just something just literally just stuck there. But that's just very nice and easy. So I hope you enjoyed that. Right? It's about going out there, creating, sharing, and giving. You know, this is a kit. So, I mean, the cardstock is already ready for me, right? I just had to add items to it. The die cutting came with it, right? Because we had a die set. And then I just stamped. So there's no reason why you can't go out there, create, share, and give, and touch someone else's life, right? It's all about how can we make a difference in someone else's life. Many times it's just one random act of kindness. All right? So we really love you for you to support us, not only here, but also on YouTube and Instagram. It always helps our small business. And I look forward to seeing you next time with Teach Me Nana. Bye.